depends how far back in the pack you are. So without any disrespect to the fleet, there is a big boat speed difference between the people sat at the top and the people in the middle and the back. So if it's windy, our boat handling skills will be significantly better on the first reach. So generally what we'll do is, if this is the first reach and we're gonna go down here. So let's say we're, I don't know, in the middle of the pack and the leaders roll down here. What I may do is delay my hoist a little bit, go a bit higher, and then pop my kite here, and then aim to plane over the top of all the boats in front of me.
I think one of the important things to say here, looking at the windward mark and the first reach, a GP upwind, between the top sailors and the kind of silver fleet sailors, the boat speed upwind actually is quite similar. Even if you work really hard on a GP, you're going to pull out maybe a couple of boat lengths up the beat. It's not going to be significantly different. However, the difference on your set and the first reach is significantly different in boat speed. If you can get planing on that reach, and you've got really good boat handling on that reach, you can pull out 100 metres on that reach. So that's where, particularly if you're on the pack, it's really important to get that right, because that's where you're going to get back into the race.
There's another place where you can pick up loads. What I've done in the past is, if it's lighter, particularly, is there are places where the fleet's going to bunch together, and the places where the fleet's going to bunch together are opportunities, because there's winners and losers in that. So if you end up have a shocker of a first beat, which has happened to me lots of times, and nationals for instance, you may come around here and there may be a big clump of boats here in front of you, which are 20, 25 boats in front of you. So what's going to happen if it's light is these are all going to push themselves up higher here, generally, and then they're all going to come in. All the boats are going to come in here, really high into this mark, quite broad. So if I'm behind them, I'll be aiming to go shortest distance, ideally, and I'll be coming in with more pace, and I'll be looking to nip inside them all there. So when you are down with the mark grounding is extremely important.
The other really important thing to remember in this situation here is because the angle they're coming into the mark, they're actually giving a lot of people water. So here, they may think you don't have an overlap, but actually you do, because the angle of their transom, they're actually letting a lot of, potentially, there you can get in quite easily.
The really important thing there is to be really confident when you shout. So you've got to shout loud, you've got to sound like you know what you're talking about, and that doesn't mean shouting a particular rule number, but it does mean being particularly loud and telling them what's going to happen without being offensive.
I always think the key there is communicating with them early. If you kind of get the relationship with the people in the other boat early on, and they know you're all there, then it's a lot easier to discuss. If you shout it at 3 boat lengths, "Can I have water please?" and they didn't know you're there, there's a chance they might not give you that. So always communicate as early as you can.